Adolescent literacy builds upon basic literacy skills in grades 4 through 12, and this is very important in your child's life. This is learned in all content areas: English, math, science, and social studies. So there are 5 literacy skills to work on. The first one is advanced words or phonics. Advanced word study is when your child breaks words apart to be able to read a text. This can be that they break apart syllables, as in k, at, and try to decode what they are reading. There are many samples of games that you can do this with: Scrabble, Upwards. You can also make your own with index cards. So take an index card and write a letter on each card, and your child can make words to be able to understand what they're reading. Number 2 is fluency. It's the ability to be able to read quickly and also understand what you're reading. This happens when your child is reading silently, or they can also be reading aloud. You want to practice this by rereading familiar text with your child. You can also model this by reading yourself, something that you're familiar with, and then also letting your child do the same. Instead of just using books, you can also read magazines, newspaper articles, even a story that your child might write on their own. The third thing is vocabulary. So the more words that you use at home, the better vocabulary that your child will have. You want to be able to just have a conversation with your child. That way they're gaining new words and hearing new words. There are ways to work on vocabulary words. One way is to draw a picture for the vocabulary word. Have your child write a friendly definition. So you might look up the definition, but then have them put it into their own words. Also, you want to introduce pronunciation of words. So if it's an unfamiliar word to your child, you can pronounce it for them and have them practice that. And the fun thing to do is to act out the new vocabulary words. So you can have like a skit, and they can act it out, and the children really love to do that. The fourth thing is comprehension. Comprehension is where you understand what you're reading. This can be listening comprehension or written comprehension. So listening is where they would just read something to you, and then you can ask them questions, and they would tell you what their answers are. And then written comprehension is they would write their answers on paper. So they need to know how to do both of those things. The last thing that is difficult for students is motivation, or for your child is motivation. You want to promote reading from a very young age and continue that throughout their adult life as well. Ideas to motivate your child to read is to take turns reading. Let your child choose the book. Don't choose it for them. Let them choose the book that's an interest to them. Also, promote time to read. Give them time every day to read. A good time to do that is right before bedtime. Kind of calms them down, gets them ready for bed, but then they can also read their favorite book to you. Create a cozy place to read. Make a reading area in your house or in the child's bedroom, and that way they know they have a comfortable place they can go sit and read a story. And also use technology. Technology is big in a child's life nowadays. Have them use technology, make PowerPoints about the story, or make their own story up, and they can type it, but just incorporate technology. Adolescent literacy is a very important part of your child's life. So allow them to read as much as possible in your household, because reading is everything and is very important in a child's life.